actually he opened up my speech for me perfectly, just based on Coit's comments. I mean, that was pretty rough. You know, you talked about our crappy team, and you know what? So I said, I don't write our starting lineup down. I said, oh, you know what? I think he was right. We had Tristan in goal, who couldn't take a goal kick or a punt. Boo Boo. Oh, I'd have to remind every game, Boo Boo, if we're at home. Boo Boo, we're the white team. You guys in the white jersey. You had Pete and Mitch in the back. Two of the slowest guys probably in the country. Jimmy, who's 4'1". Come on, boy, he's 4'1". You know, on the outside, and Jermaine, who, you're right, he did do the same move over and over again, but it worked. You know, and Mac with his size, what is it, 14 shoes that you got? You know, and then Donnie says I was National Coach of the Year. How the hell didn't I get Coach of the Year? About how ugly the coaching staff was. Thank God he wasn't talking about me. You know, and you know, I talked to Mr. McAvoy, and I told him I was disappointed, and he said, "What about Pepe?" And I said that I wasn't invited for that beer after the Richland win. And as far as Wilson, Pete, and Murph, we did know that you guys were out 2 weeks, or actually 2 days before regional championship. Thanks to social media, Jason pulled up a picture of all you guys in your dresses and Little Bo Peep, or whatever you guys were dressed in, and showed me. And I said, what are the chances that those guys weren't drinking that night? And Pete says to us, Coach, we weren't. We just went to have a good time. That's my other assistant coach, by the way.
The smallness of the world, Petra. James Wilson was hitting on Petra's friend, and that's how we found out they actually were not.
Well, anyways. Seriously, I'd like to thank everyone who helped set up for tonight's ring ceremony. I mean, Jason, I know you were here and you did, I think all of it, didn't you? So pretty much most of it here. So, and thank you so much. I want to welcome everyone who's watching this live through our webcast. I know you can hear us because my mother would have called 10 times by now who's watching it in Las Vegas. So we haven't received any phone calls?
No, I've been checking to make sure she can hear everybody.
That's why we closed the blinds. She yelled at us and said they could not see us. You always listen to your moms. But welcome everyone watching it, all the families. I mean, we're talking about countries of England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Australia, Venezuela, Colombia, Netherlands, Japan, Canada, states of Connecticut, Massachusetts, all over New York, and my family in Las Vegas. Also like to say hi to the McAvoy family and friends. They are watching. I talked to him yesterday. They're all watching right now together, and we love you. We want to say how proud of you, Megan, that you were. I'm not sure where you are, Megan. Yeah. What a classy speech that was, and brave as well. The FSA, thank you so much for your help with the rings. Cynthia Gaber, I don't know if she came in yet. She's going to be here. Where are you, Cynthia? You know, I know I'm going to embarrass you, and I know you're going to be mad at me for saying this, but I have to share it. Cynthia actually paid for Pete's ring and for Omar's ring. So if we could give her a hand, please. You know, just briefly talk about that, the night that Pete passed away, and you know, the names that came to mind: Isabella Crandall, Donnie, Nick, Dr. Hawes, Rich Dawkins, Kyle, all of them, you know, at the PE building that night. We were here till about 12:30 that night, and you know, every single one of them very supportive to the players and myself. Actually bought pizzas for the guys that night, which they devoured pretty good. We had a Sunday cookout the day after Pete's passing, and you know, Nick Lano helped with some of the food. He came over and he joined, and to the guys' surprise, when they got over to the house on that Sunday, my father-in-law had a whole lamb that he was cooking, and we're talking about on a spit, you know, and you know, right there in the fire, and immediately Mitsu and some of the guys thought it was a dog. It was just fun to watch them experience, you know, my wife's culture in Greece, and but it was fun when it was finally cooked, you know, to watch the guys eat the meat. But it was really funny was my father-in-law when it came time to the head, and I said, everyone's got to come over and they have to see this. And he takes the head and he takes a big machete and he goes straight down the skull with the knife as he splits the head right in half, and then he splits it in half. So now you got the brains and the tongue and the eyeballs, and it was just so cool to see some of the guys actually try that. You know, the brains, I think someone tried it because exam week was coming up. And but it was fun to watch them do that, and for you guys to spend that time with us on Easter. Isabella Crandall, that next morning, after she was here till 12:30, met me out in front of the physical education building, and with a big, huge Easter basket full of candy and everything. And I just want to thank you so much for doing that. The guys devoured that. Rich Dawkins, who was at the cookout, he was the highlight of the day. You know, we had a blast there. We had some dances, and then you know we called up Rich to do a dance, which I was shocked that he did it. And so we put the song on. It's getting hot in here. And Rich, within a couple of seconds, immediately takes his jacket, takes it off, and he's throwing it above his head. And he throws it, and it hits Mitch in the face, and Mitch catches it like some lucky girl. Rich gets done with his dance, and Mitch says to Rich, "You're mine tonight, boy." Thanks so much to Campus Safety. I wish I could tell some of the stories that they've shared us about Pete. I was sworn to secrecy about that I could not tell some of these on camera. They were absolutely hysterical. Giorgio, for all you do, John Campagna, Fumi, my brother-in-laws, Miali and Dimitri, for all the help that you did throughout this season. Kyle's wife, Amy Ropnik, is responsible for those banners that you see up there that everybody signed on Monday night. I'd like to thank her so much for that. And she came up with, we've been brainstorming right now. Do I have to keep putting my head down, or can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Where's my next camera? I don't know. She came up, we were trying to figure out what to do with the number 4. And she came up, she texted me this morning at like 7:30 in the morning. And basically what it is, it's the words, "You'll never walk alone," that she has put into a 4, which is absolutely perfect for what we're going to do, whether it's our t-shirts that we'll do with the National Championship t-shirts, or it's you know, possible tattoos or whatever it is. It's absolutely beautiful, and it was perfect for what we were looking for. So thank you so much for doing it. And I tell you, something that touched me on that too is at 7:30 in the morning, this morning, that for some reason it was heavy on her heart that she was thinking about Pete and working on something for Pete. You know, so that's pretty special. Thank you, Amy. My assistant coaches. If Jose was here right now, by him not being able to be here, it saved us probably 45 minutes to an hour. He's absolutely devastated that he couldn't be here. He has a gig tonight. All you know, he plays in a band. He's an amazing musician, and it killed him. It was a wedding that he had to plan that he couldn't cancel. So he gives his best to everybody and tells you that he loves you. Jason, you know, somebody mentioned it about this race that Jason and Jose had. You know, and you know, it's a 50-yard race just one day after practice. That I wanted to lighten up the mood a little bit, and I yelled out, Jason Jose.